The Weatherfield cobblestones are hiding a massive, dark secret right now, and the drama is reaching an absolute boiling point. Ever since Betsy Swain stumbled upon the lifeless body of Theo Silverton back in April, fans have been on the edge of their seats, trying to piece together exactly who caused his tragic end. We knew from those chilling February flash-forwards that someone wasn't going to make it past Lisa Swain and Carla Connor's wedding night. But now that Theo has been taken out, the web of lies is spinning entirely out of control. Before we dive deep into the brand new, unexpected detective duo that is about to flip this entire investigation upside down, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to CoronationST Update. We are your ultimate source for all the juiciest Cobbles tea, so hit the bell icon to never miss out on the latest theories and spoilers. DS, Lisa Connor Swain, and DC Kit Green have been running themselves ragged trying to figure out who is responsible for the demise of the known abuser. For weeks leading up to the big reveal, the creators had us completely fooled. It could have been Carl Webster, Jodie Ramsey, Megan Walsh, or Maggie Driscoll who met a grim fate. Everyone was acting incredibly suspicious, and the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. But exactly 1 week after the beautiful wedding, poor Betsy found Theo's cold remains, kicking off one of the biggest whodunits in modern soap history. The official police lineup gave us 6 major suspects: Todd Grimshaw, George Shuttleworth, Summer Spellman, Christina Boyd, Gary Windass, and Danielle Silverton. All of them had a very strong motive to want Theo permanently gone. But right now, the spotlight is glaring heavily on Summer. Accusations surfaced, and Summer has officially been charged with bringing about Theo's tragic passing. The so-called evidence seems heavily stacked against her, but we all know things are rarely what they seem in this town. What makes this situation so incredibly frustrating is the betrayal from someone we thought was a pillar of the community. Tyrone Dobbs actually lied. He gave a false statement to the authorities, claiming he saw Summer on the night Theo was eliminated, while the man was still breathing. Why on earth is Tyrone lying to the police? Is he covering up for someone else, or is he just terrified of getting caught up in the crossfire? The Weatherfield police are taking his word as absolute gospel, and it is infuriating to watch Summer take the fall for a situation she might have completely been framed for. Lisa and Kit are meant to be top-tier investigators, but they are clearly missing the bigger picture here. They are focusing on the easy target instead of digging into the shadows. This is exactly where the absolute best twist comes in. Move over, Kit and Lisa, because the real investigators are stepping up to the plate to save the day. The show's producers recently dropped a massive teaser on Instagram that has the entire fandom screaming. Sydney Martin, who plays the traumatized but sharp Betsy, and Kate Fitton, our beloved Lauren Bolton, were seen sneaking around the famous street doing their absolute best classic detective impressions. The video was pure gold, ending with a slick logo reading Martin and Fitton next to a magnifying glass, with the words "Coming Soon" flashing across the screen. The caption teased us with eye emojis and the hashtag corrie, and honestly, it is the detective duo we never knew we needed. The fans are losing their minds in the best way possible. Comments came flooding in immediately. Viewers are saying they are absolutely obsessed, calling this new direction absolute gold. One fan even joked that Betsy and Lauren are about to be Weatherfield's answer to Cagney and Lacey, proving that the Cobbles are finally in safe hands. People are seriously placing bets that these 2 young women are going to solve the mystery of Theo's passing way before Lisa Connor Swain even connects the final dots. And you know what? They are probably right. Let us be real for a second. Weatherfield police do not exactly have the best track record when it comes to getting things right the first time. Think about the dynamic between Betsy and Lauren. Betsy is directly tied to the incident. She was the one who found him. She experienced that trauma firsthand, and that gives her a deeply personal drive to find out the truth. She knows her mother is blinded by official protocols and fake evidence. Lauren, on the other hand, knows exactly what it is like to be wrapped up in dark situations and misunderstood by everyone around her. She has serious street smarts, she knows how to fly under the radar, and most importantly, people do not take her seriously. That is her biggest advantage. While the real culprits are busy hiding their tracks from Kit and Lisa, they will not even see Betsy and Lauren coming. Let us look back at the actual suspects. Todd Grimshaw has the cunning ability to pull off something this dark, but would he leave a clumsy trail that leads straight back to summer? George Shuttleworth seems way too gentle, but we all know the quiet ones can snap when pushed to their absolute breaking point. Christina Boyd and Danielle Silverton both have mysterious edges that make them perfect wildcard options. Then there is Gary Windass. Gary has a very dark history. He knows how to handle situations permanently, and taking out an abuser like Theo might just align perfectly with his twisted moral compass. If Gary is the one who caused Theo's demise, he would know exactly how to plant false evidence to throw the police off his scent. But the Tyrone factor is what keeps me up at night. Tyrone is a loyal family man, does not just lie in official investigations for no reason. Someone must be threatening him, or he is desperately trying to protect someone he loves. Could Fizz be secretly involved? Or maybe Evelyn knows something that she is keeping quiet about. If Betsy and Lauren start poking around the garage and asking the right questions, Tyrone's flimsy lie is going to crumble into dust. These girls are relentless, and they do not have to play by the official rules. They can eavesdrop, they can snoop through phones, and they can confront people without needing a warrant. The upcoming episodes are going to be absolutely wild. We are about to witness an amateur sleuth storyline that brings some much-needed light-hearted energy to an incredibly tense situation. Will Martin and Fitton actually uncover the real culprit and clear Summer's name? Will Weatherfield's finest have to swallow their pride and admit two teenagers did their job better than they ever could? We will be watching every single second of it. Drop your theories down in the comments right now. Who do you think really brought about Theo's tragic end? And do you think Betsy and Lauren will crack the case first? Thank you so much for tuning in to CoronationST Update. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on, and I will catch you in the next deep dive. Despite his incredible ability to mask the conditions so far, Rob is deeply realistic about his future. He has candidly explained that essential tremor is a progressive disease, meaning it slowly worsens over time. He noted that his symptoms are more pronounced now than they were a decade ago, and he has openly discussed the very real possibility that his tremor might eventually need to become a permanent part of Daniel Osborne's character. He recognizes that there will likely come a point where no amount of acting or clever camera angles will be able to hide the involuntary movements. By preparing the audience now, Rob is ensuring that if or when that day comes, he can continue to deliver his brilliant performances without the crushing pressure of trying to conceal his reality. Beyond his deeply inspiring health journey, Rob's romantic life has also been a major topic of fascination for dedicated soap fans. Living in the public eye means that every relationship, every red carpet appearance, and every heartbreak is intensely scrutinized. In a beautiful and empowering interview with Gay Times back in 2017, Rob publicly announced that he is gay, speaking openly about his intermassion for the very first time in the media. However, this was not a new revelation for his loved ones. He had actually come out to his family when he was just 17 years old, stating firmly that he never had any intention of keeping his intermassion a secret. He wanted to live his life fully, authentically, and without shadows. It was shortly after landing his massive role on the soap in 2016 that Rob found himself falling for someone who understood the unique pressures of television fame perfectly. He began a highly publicized romance with his fellow co-star, Daniel Brocklebank, who fans will instantly recognize as Weatherfield's resident vicar, Billy Mayhew. The two actors formed a deep connection behind the scenes, keeping things relatively quiet before finally deciding to share their happiness with the world. The couple made their grand, public debut at the massive British Soap Awards in 2017, glowing with pride as Rob walked up to the stage to accept the highly coveted award for Best Newcomer. It was a picture-perfect moment, and fans were entirely thrilled to see two of their favourite stars finding love together. However, the fairy tale was ultimately short-lived. Just a few months after going public, Rob and Daniel shocked fans by calling time on their romance. The intense strain of trying to balance a deeply personal relationship while working grueling hours on the exact same television set proved to be simply too much. An inside source revealed at the time that the sheer pressure of their intertwined professional and private lives created an unbearable weight, and eventually, something had to give. Despite the sad outcome, the split was entirely amicable. They realised they were better off as great friends and remained highly professional on set, proving their immense respect for one another. Following his split from his co-star, Rob eventually found himself ready to open his heart again. He embarked on a romance with Ben Perryman, and for a while, things seemed to be going incredibly well. But as is often the case in life, sometimes two people are just on different paths. After a 6-month relationship, the pair quietly parted ways in early 2019. A representative for Rob respectfully confirmed the mutual separation, asking the public to grant them both privacy as they navigated the end of their chapter together. Rob continued to focus heavily on his career, delivering some of his most heartbreaking performances as Daniel Osborne, all while keeping his private life strictly out of the headlines. But then, the summer of 2023 brought a beautiful new update. Fans were completely overjoyed when Rob walked the red carpet at the British Soap Awards once again, this time with a handsome new man by his side. He officially confirmed his relationship with Matthew Martin, sharing a stunning photograph of the two of them looking incredibly happy together. Adding a simple heart emoji to the post, Rob let the world know he had found love once again. The dynamic between them was especially interesting because Matthew is also deeply involved in the entertainment world. In fact, earlier this year, Matthew actually made a, quote, highly unexpected cameo appearance on the very same soap. He stepped onto the cobbles, playing the role of an authority figure who was tasked with detaining Cassie Plummer during a remarkably tense, high-stakes episode. Seeing Rob's real-life partner briefly step into his television world was a massive treat for eagle-eyed viewers, and it seemed like the couple was entirely rock solid.